Hello everybody and welcome to One Player. Today we have got the final Flicktier by Barrett Publishing on the table. Now this is a 4x dexterity, dice flicking, space exploration game. Like any good dexterity game worth its salt, it is an absolute table eater. So you are about 5 feet up there and hopefully you can see down here we have 2 neoprene mats. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 planets with which to explore. And a set of dice down here belonging to the Surge. A set of dice over here belonging to the Dominion of Doricor. And I will get into them, well, I suppose right now. Obviously there's a lot going on. So I'll let you know what we're looking at over here. There's a lot we're working with. I'll give you a little bit of flavor text. And we'll get into it, shall we? Alright, in the solo edition of the final Flicktier, we are coming up against the Dominion of Doricor. I'll read you a little bit about what they are about. The Dominion of Doricor and their moon-sized warship, that's this here D20, showed up in this side of the galaxy through a black hole. Here, with enough firepower to destroy planets. They began conquering worlds they felt were worthy and annihilating anyone who resisted. Their most recent victim was the planet Nox, this slightly explodey planet right over there. This is our opponent, our AI opponent. We have a deck here of cards which tells us what they do on each of their moves. Their special ability is literally to destroy planets with this rather large explosion token. We, on the other hand, can play as up to, there's so many different factions. I think there's like another 7 or 8 factions we can play as. I have chosen the Surge, given that 1, it's right over here, about as far away from the Dominion of Doricor as we can get, and 2, we get to use these cool purple dice, which glow really nicely. So we've got these purple dice down here. We are the Surge. We are a conglomeration of organisms originating from somewhere deep within the asteroid field. This way. We're parasitic and live off both living tissue and technology. So there you go. That's me. We look a little bit like the kind of like weird blobs from Halo, and that's what we're about. Each faction has 2 special abilities, as I mentioned. The Dominion of Doricor has that giant atomic cloud bomb that they can destroy planets with. They also are able to place governors on various planets to gain power over them. Our special abilities are to place hives with which we can gather resources and hatcheries with which we can essentially continue our species and gradually take over the galaxy just as well. Now, our aim in the game is to complete missions, mostly, to gain victory points. So you'll see I've laid out 3 missions already. We've got a delivery mission, another delivery mission, and an exploratory mission. The way that we would do that is by visiting these various planets, delivering the various resources that they need, or in the case of the exploration mission, again, visiting different planets with our spaceships by flicking them around, getting to the various sectors we need to explore, so sector B17 right here. As long as I flick my dice and it ends up in B17, just like that, you saw that, I would gain this mission and complete it successfully. I have a hand of cards already, and this is really cool. I have a hand of resource cards, which I can either use as just the raw resource, or I can flip it over and use it as a combat card whenever I come into contact with an enemy ship. So if I wanted to, not that I really do, I could go and challenge the Dominion of Doricor directly. That was a bit of a mouthful. And fight them using one of these resource cards. So I would basically, if I wanted to spend 4, for example, I would spend 4. They would pull a random card from the resource deck, and if I had more of a combat score than them, I would win. Their ship would be destroyed, and I'd gain a few points. So pretty cool. That's my hand. I've got 1 of each to start. We also have the ability to make upgrades, so I can pay various resources to make upgrades on my civilization. We'll cover that when we get to it. But for now, shall we just get going? I think we probably should. And on each turn, we can take 2 actions. That's either move, attack, as we mentioned, build something. We need to be on a planet to do that. Exploit, so that's gather the resource. We need to be on a planet to do that as well. Obviously, complete a mission. We don't have any missions to complete. And return, so that means if we flipped our dice somewhere off into the galaxy, which we can no longer get to, we can use the return action to bring them back to our home planet, or indeed the Surge's home asteroid belt. Now, for me, what I think I'd like to start with is something relatively simple, and I'd like to complete this mission by delivering some graphene to Aurora. Now that seems relatively straightforward. Now I can move either one of two ways. I can either flick 2 dice once, or I can flick 1 dice twice. I can't split that up, so I can't flick it once, do another action, and then flick it again. It has to be all in one. So for me, I think what I'll do is send one of my nice little triangular ships out here, and I'm going to flick it to Aurora and see if I can deliver some graphene and get myself 2 victory points to start with. What do you think? I cannot. However, I do get another flick, so yeah, I'm going to count that. The rule is from above, so that's you. If the dice intersect at all with the boundary of the planet, then we are technically on the planet. I'd say we're in a very shallow orbit, and thus I'm going to drop off this graphene that Aurora has requested, put that on the bottom of the resource deck, and gain myself this mission. So that was 1 to move, 2 to complete the mission, and there we go, we've got it. I'm going to put this, oh gosh, I said it was a table eater, now I don't have any more table. I'm going to put it off to the side. At the end, we count up victory points. I'm going to replace that with another mission card, so we need to go exploring A26, which is all the way over here. I'm not actually, maybe you can just see that on the edge of the map, but it's over there, and I promise I won't cheat if I go to flick over that way. So, for the AI's turn, we've done our 2 actions. For the AI's turn, they're going to just pull a card, and they're going to pull +1 VP, destroy the ship closest to the D20. Well, that's me, because I'm the only ship. So, back I go, and +1 victory point to you, my friend. I'm going to put that off to the side as well. Alright, thanks so much, Dominion of Doricor, you absolute git. Let's go and see if we can get some more points. Now, we can deliver some trade goods to Fletchbot81 right over here, which is funny because I should say, in setup for the game, I threw a bunch of resources onto the board and essentially assigned them randomly to the planet they were closest to. So each of these planets produce different resources generated, as I said, at random by just kind of throwing them up in the air. So this is how I get my hands on that resource if I need more. So I started off with 1 of everything. Now I'm lacking graphene, so I need to go either to Elazar or Pyranos if I need to pick up any more. Obviously, I want to keep my eye on my combat as well, because I don't want to give away really the biggest, or the largest cards, the cards with the most combat, because they could come in handy later on. So, for example, this guy, trade goods, I can get rid of him pretty fine, and I could take him to Fletchbot, and yeah, get another 2 victory points. I could also try to start building a hive, which costs me, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll hold it up just a little bit closer. It costs me 1 graphene here, 1 trade goods, and 1 technology point to build a hive. So it gets me 2 victory points at the end of the game, and yes, maybe I could do that too. I also have the ability to upgrade, and one of my Surge's special abilities is I gain this here bug. I can go and infect another ship, and if I can flick this bug to the ship, I can then attach it to it and flick it as if it were mine. So kind of like a little bit of mind control, just a little bit. There's a tad of mind control. We're the nice guys, okay? We're not destroying any planets. We're just trying to further our species, all right? Don't judge. Let's go deliver some. With that said, with all that said, let's go deliver some trade goods to Fletchbot, I think. So I'm going to move this out of the way, which is obviously allowed. I don't want to flick. I don't want to flick at a token. And I'm going to try and hit Fletchbot with one of these guys. So I'm going to use my first action to move. And okay, I need to work on my flicking. Obviously, I can rotate this so I can get a flat side. And let's see if I can actually get there. Not the best. Okay, that's 1. I suppose I could always move with my other ship too, and do 2 actions, couldn't I? So why don't I try and get all the way out there with this one? That was better, but not great. But now I think I should be able to just Yeah, alright, good. We're on Fletchbot. So we're on Fletchbot. I've used 2 actions to move those, so I cannot deliver just yet, but next turn I'm well poised. Let's move this back here and pull the AI. There you go. Destroy Earth. So, sorry Earth, this giant destruction, you're gone. You better not, don't you dare come after the asteroids, because that's home sweet home to me. Earth I could give a crap about, but the asteroid field, that's mine. Alright, so don't be messing with me. Let's do this. We're going to start our turn. So that's worth 3 victory points then, by the way, this destruction token. So not a bad start for that. I'm going to go ahead and deliver, i.e. complete this mission. So I'm going to put this on the bottom of this deck. We've delivered some trade goods to Fletchbot 81. That's 4 total victory points for me. And then the next, and then some trade goods back to Aurora. I like the delivery missions. I think that they are a pretty straightforward way to get victory points, and I like that. So we need to take some trade goods to Aurora, which happens to be right here. And we happen to be already on a planet that allows us to gather trade goods. So I don't see why not. If we use our second action to gather some trade goods, and it's a big one too, and we'll up our resources just a little bit. Very good. So we did one mission complete, 1 gather, and we've got a new mission to come back here and drop off some more trade. What have you got up your sleeve, you Doricorians? Wow, they are just going at it. Destroy Caraval. So, alright. All the planets then. You're just gonna do that. All of the planets. You could go and make peace with some of them if you wanted to. You know, that would be fine. What are we gonna do now? I need some graphene to be able to build a hive, don't I? But I could build a hatchery over here on Fletchbot. I need to spend 1 quantum if I'm to get a bug, and I need to spend 2 quantum if I want to upgrade to get an extra move per turn. So I'm not right now in a place where I can do that. I can, you know what, if I come back here, get another mission done, then gather some graphene, that way I'll be pretty well set. Sorry, not graphene, gather some quantum. So I'll come here, get another mission done, next turn gather some quantum, and then I'll have 2 quantums with which to maybe make some upgrades, if you will. Yes, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So obviously Dexterity game would be best if I could get up and go around the table. I can't because my table is up against the wall, but I'm just going to flick to the best of my ability backwards. So I'm going to flick over here with this guy. I'm going to keep this guy on Fletchbot because he can keep gathering if he wants. So let's flick this guy back to Aurora, hopefully. Bit too far. Okay, you overshot it a little bit. Very interstellar of you. Let's move you back. Come on. There we go. All right, we're on Aurora. So that was 1 move with 2 flicks. Never been that accurate, but there you go. So we can now it is a really good combat card, but it's going to get us 2 victory points. So I'm going to do it again. I am going to deliver these trade goods to Aurora. Pick up this mission. That's 6. That's 6 victory points we've now got. And our next one is to deliver quantum to here. Well, you know what? That's fine because I can pick up some quantum and then I don't have to spend this one. So I'll pick up some quantum next time, and I think that sounds fine. I do really want to get some graphene so I can start building some hives. That's what I really would like to do. Alright, Doricor, what have you got? Alright, you're going to move. So you're going to move your D6 to Hlodwig Aurum, which is right here. And that's fine by me, I suppose. Now, we've got 2 turns. We could go and try to just smack the mothership real quick. I mean, I know I said I was all about, like, you know, getting stuff and doing things, but I do like the thought of just having a quick. No, you know what? We've got choices right now. We've got choices. We don't have to go straight into combat, and combat is only 1 victory point if you win. So I'm gonna stick to my plan of getting some quantum and then moving over here. So I'm gonna get some quantum. I'm gonna gather. Yes, I'm gonna gather first. Let's gather, and I've got some quantum. It's a little bit of and it's not as good, so that's nice because I can get rid of it and deliver it to Meridia J. So That's my first move. Then my second move is to go and flick over there. I'm going to go this left-handed, so that's probably not... I'm going to go right-handed. Second thoughts. And let's see if I can get onto Meridia J. I'll move this. No, overshot it. I'm just still on the map, so I don't have to retrieve this just yet. And obviously I've still got my ship over here. And I've still got my mothership down here too, which hasn't really moved yet. But oh wait, that was only one flick, so I can do another one. I can bring it back. I can bring it back from here. There you go. Look at that. He's definitely in orbit. He's on Meridia. I can't complete the mission because that was 2 things by gathering and moving, but we're still okay. AI, what have you got? Oh, Governor to Pyranos. No, Pyranos. I'm going to get that right once. Pyranos. So, he is now in charge of Pyranos. That gets him 3 victory points as well. So he's not doing too bad for himself, is he? He's got 3, 6, 9. And then, didn't he get some others from kicking me? Yeah, he 10 because he kicked me off. Alright, fine. 10 victory points for you. I'm on 6, soon to be on 8, because this turn for me, I'm going to deliver this lower value quantum, don't tell anybody, this lower value quantum back here for this mission, so that's 8 victory points total, and then let's see what this is. Deliver some tech to Elazar. Well, I do want to go to Elazar because I want graphene, but I can't really spare my tech because I need that to build a hive. So I'm going to concentrate for now on getting some graphene, I think. To get a hive, I need trade goods, graphene, and tech. I only have one of those. To get a hatchery, I need trade goods, graphene, and quantum. I only have one of those as well. Let's go for a hive, because the hive allows me, once I place a hive, whenever I can gather 1 resource from one of my hives on any planet. So I think I'm going to try and do that, and it will make my gathering a lot more efficient. Well, do we try and go... We could try and go over here, Pyranos. I mean, I know he's just taking control over. That doesn't stop us going in and just grabbing some graphene. Although, now I say that, we are quite close to Sector B17 right here. I could have a quick little detour, and then next turn go over to Pyranos. Let's do that. I'm gonna go exploring. I'm quite a peaceful race. If you haven't noticed, exploration and delivery. And that's it. I don't need to go around fighting people or destroying planets or whatever this guy's up to. Let's try and smooth this out as best I can. A little seam in the neoprene here, but I think if I can get myself onto B17, I wouldn't mind. So we've got 2 flicks to do it with. Oh my god, that's terrible. Okay, let's see if we can do it with the second one. Oh no, and then I overshot it. Of course, you overcompensate, don't you? I'm not going to give myself a gimme on that one. That was just bad. Let's give then AI a try. D6 to Fletchbot 81. Well, bugger off, you. I don't really want you to, actually. You could go away, please. Oh, and I should actually move. Sorry, I should actually be changing the dice face to what it says on there. So he should be on a 3. There you go. Yeah, good. All right, what are we gonna do? I mean, B17 wasn't a great move for me. So I think I'm just gonna flick myself back onto Pyranos. I mean, he says. Yes, alright, done. So Pyranos, I can get some graphene, and that was 1 to move, 2 to exploit, and graphene is in my possession. It's not a very good piece of graphene, but it is enough to, obviously, get building. Now, all I need to do now is Fletchbot. I can gather, because I'm already there, so I can gather easily there, get myself some trade goods, and then I've got enough to build a hive pretty much wherever the heck I want, as long as I'm on the planet. So that's good. I did a move, I did a gather. AI, what have you got? Oh, it's the bad flick. So, AI, you can increase and decrease the difficulty of the AI by essentially including these bad flick cards. So the bad flick card, I've only got 1 in here, I think. Or maybe, do I have 2? I think I've only got 1 in here. I'm playing on medium. The first time I accidentally took them all out because I read the rules wrong and played on hard, actually didn't do too bad. So hopefully this is even better. But a bad flick, he doesn't do anything. Nothing happens this turn. And good. You know what? Take a rest. You're busy. You've had a busy day, blown up Earth and whatever that planet's called. Now, then, it's time to, well, it's time to gather, and we can gather from Fletchbot. We'll gather some trade goods, and then, my friends, we can build ourselves a hive. Now we need 1 trade, 1 tech, and 1 graphene, of which we do indeed have in abundance. 2, 3, 2, so not the best cards, that's fine, just in case we come into combat. I don't think we will. Like I said, I'm quite a peaceful race of parasitic aliens. But now then, where are we going to build it? Do we want to build it on Pyrnos, or do we want to build it on Fletchbot? I'll build it on Pyrnos, because 1, I like that name, and because I can't say it, and 2, because he's already got a governor there, so it makes me feel better that we're a bit equal. It's just completely, I mean, non-strategic whatsoever. Just, yeah, I like this. It's orange. Now, I can have up to 3 hives. Hang on. Where's my other one gone? I can have up to 3. I should have 3. I can have up to 3 hives at once, where I can gather 1 resource from each planet. I'm gonna have to check the box to see if I find see if I've left the other one in there. But I can gather up to 3 per turn whenever I gather anywhere else. So, for example, if I was on whatever that says upside down, I could gather a tech and a graphene, and if I had a hive on here, I could I can gather up to 4 essentially resources per turn, which is pretty good. Was that 2 turns? Yes, I think it was, because I gathered and then built. Yes, okay, that was fine. That's 2 turns. Let's see what the AI's got up their sleeves here. D6 to Elazar. Where's that? There you are. You get a bit close to comfort, mate. So, just back off a little bit, okay? Again, he stays on 3. I should say the reason that we keep track of the numbers that are up is that that's used in combat. So if I were to flick my 4 to his 3, we then add the combat bonus on these cards, and then the totals are what battle rather than just the cards. I think I explained that quite badly the last time. But yes, essentially, so that's why it's harder for me to kill this guy's mothership, because if I accidentally roll it onto a 20, for example, there's no way that I can beat it with one of my little D4s. Even my D6 would struggle to come up against him. So, yes, I think I badly explained that last time, but that's how it works. Let's, it's dice plus card. Okay. Upgrade. Okay, well then, let's upgrade for you then, sir. You are going to use your Planet Killer Cannon. Oh, excellent. Well, you've only got 1 more planet to destroy, and it's mine. So you're a git, and there you go. I'm going to stick there just because that's where my mothership lives. But, well, that's a real shame. He's got now all of his planets destroyed, and yeah, that's upsetting. That's upsetting to me. I might have to move this out of here, I think. Let's see what do we reckon is next. I don't have any tech. I could go and explore some things, I suppose. I could try and get back here, although that didn't go very well last time. I do need some trade goods in order to build either a hatchery or a hive again. I could, here's a thing, I could upgrade. If I upgrade this track, like I said, I can start flicking my bug. And if I flick my bug once per turn for free, not using an action, then I can capture this dice and use it for my own whim, which I think I might actually do right now. I think I can flick the bug on the turn that I get the upgrade. Let me just check. Unfortunately, I cannot. So I cannot. I have to flick it at the beginning of my turn. So unfortunately, I cannot. But next turn, you are in range for this bug to come and parasitically, mind warp you. So I've done 1 upgrade. I suppose I'll gather, shall I? So if I gather with this fellow, I'll be able to gather some trade goods and, using my hive, some graphene. So let's do that. And I've got 2 resources in 1, and they're pretty good. So both 3s. Nice, nice, nice. What have you got, Doricor? Take the 3rd mission. Oh, okay. Well then, oops. So, he is going to beat me to the punch and explore Sector B17. Now, you see there's a question mark on the VP. Well, here's where we find out. This little token here will tell us how much he gets for exploring. 3? Oh, you absolute. Well, we'll put that up there next to the rest of his victory points, and that is... I think that's the best he could have done, so you know what? Fine. Alright, it's my turn, and that means this guy is getting flicked right at that D6, because if I'm not mistaken, I can use that dice, if I hit it, just as if it was mine. Oh, you crafty little bug. Alright, so he'll come back here and we'll get him next time. Alright, so now we've still got two... Oh, we didn't replace our mission. Let's see what we've got to do. Sector D39. That's right down here. I'm not even sure, again, if you can see that, but it's right here. So I suppose I could try and come and get that one. I could also go and deliver some tech. No, I couldn't, because I don't have any tech to Elazar. Although, you're... Okay, D39 right here is a bit tempting, because I can flick my mothership right there. Obviously, I can, is maybe... I could, maybe is a better word, potentially. And then I suppose I would like to build some more stuff, to be honest. So I'd like to get some more tech, which means I have to go to one of these planets. All right, this is the plan. We're going to go here. If we make it, we'll do the mission. If not, we'll go here, and next turn we'll get some tech. Okay, good. Then we're decided. Oh, you're so close. Go on. There you go. That's one move. Second is my mission, and how many points do we get? 2. Yes, not as many, of course. Mission number 3, again. Ooh. Have a ship on 2 different home planets, not including your own. Well, to be honest, there isn't any more home planets because they're all destroyed, but okay, we'll take that into consideration. Go to the graveyards of the different home planets, I suppose that should read. For the AI then, destroy the ship closest to the D6. Oh, that's me, isn't it? That's the mothership. Well, you're an absolute git. You know what? I'm sick of you. Sick of you. Sick of you. You are going to get bugged. Oh, you're so close. Alright, fine. Alright, next turn we said we were going to get some tech, didn't we? So why don't we use this guy and send him to get some tech. Okay. There we go. Nice and easy. And we'll gather up some tech and we'll get some graphene at the same time. So we'll gather tech and some graphene. And now we've got a nice collection of combat cards along with enough to make another hive. And I think that hive is going to go right here. Because then I would have tech and graphene every turn. I can concentrate on coming to these 3 planets. Well, I suppose these 4 planets. Anytime I want to gather anything. Good, 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 good. Oh, okay, he's moving. Alright, D20 to Meridia, and you're on side number 10. Okay, don't really like that, but that's how it's going to go. Alright, you, this turn, are definitely getting bugged. Yes, there you go. You are now mine, so I can do whatever the heck I want with this dice. I could move it, I could gather with it, I could build with it in fact, although I don't really want to build anything here. Well, maybe I do, maybe I want to build a hatchery. But he can no longer move that dice, which is fantastic. So, I said I was going to build, which I am. So the first move I'm going to make is this. We're going to build another hive, that's tech, graphene, and goods. All going to the bottom of the decks. And I think they actually should go to a discard pile and then be reshuffled, but we're going to build a hive, and we're going to build a hive right here. Now, unfortunately for me, I just checked the box, and I can't find the other hive token, so that means I've definitely lost it, because the last game I played, I definitely did build 3, so unfortunately, I have to use something else when I want to denote, if I do, that I build another hive. So bear in mind that, just for the moment, I'm going to now, well, I don't have any tech to deliver, do I? So I suppose I could gather, and I could gather with him, and then get 2 tech, 1 graphene, and then try to deliver. Oh, and I can deliver with him. All right, yeah, perfect. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So we're gonna gather with this dice here that I now have control of, which gets me a graphene from this planet, a graphene from this planet, and some tech from this newly hived planet. And then I've got 3 graphene and 1 tech ready to deliver. Let's see what the AI wants to do. Take the first mission. Oh, you... That. Alright, fine. Fine. Away mission. Have 3 ships off the playmats. Okay. So basically just flick them as I've been doing terribly. Okay. Or, so I've got 2 more, I've got a few more missions, haven't I? So I've got to go here. I've got to go here, I've got to go off the map, or I can have a ship on 2 different home planets. So he would have to go here probably, and he would have to go here. I suppose that's my best bet, or I can try to combat this guy. But to be honest, I'm not sure I like my chances. He would have to be knocked down to under 8, and he's already on 10. You know what? If I try to get my ships onto different home planets and I flick them off the map by accident, then I can get this one. So okay, yeah, that's good. So let's move twice. So we're going to move this guy to here. I'm taking that again, sorry. That was close, but not very good. Okay, and then... Okay, so we've got... That's 1 movement, and then this should be 2 movements, and hopefully I can get him onto planet Nox, which again has been destroyed, but still counts, I think. Oh, good flick. Nice, look at you. That means I can actually move this guy once, doesn't it? So I could actually flick this guy out into space, should I want to, and I do. So I'm going to go to Aurora, I think. No, I'm not. I'm going to go over there. That's 2 movements, so I can't complete the mission just yet. If you grab it, I'm going to be mad. But I can't. But yeah, next turn I can complete the mission right away. What have you got? Upgrade. Okay. You're going to gain up to 4 resources when exploiting. You must have some exploit cards in here. I think you must do. You'll gain some resources for it, or something like that. Oh, I suppose if he gets to his 3rd upgrade, he gets +2 victory points for homeworld destructions, of which he has 3, so that would be an extra 6 points. So we'd prefer for him not to get there, if at all possible. Our turn, and we can claim this mission. So we complete this mission, have a ship on 2 different home planets, 1 on here, 1 on there, so that is us. And we need to deliver some tech over to Serpentine. Well, I can do that too, can't I? I've got tech right here, friend. Shall we send our mothership over there? That sounds nice. Yeah, why not? We're going to give it just a light flick, just a little move. Oh, I think that's right. Let me just see. I think you could probably see better than I, but that's definitely intersecting with that orbit. So that's a move, and next turn we will deliver, and then we'll gather and get so much stuff. Oh yeah. Okay. You, friend, what are you doing? Destroy the ship closest to the D20. No, 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 that's you. Oh, come on, I've just gone there. I tried real. That was a nice flick I did. Right. Fine, no, you're crying. Should I still do this? I guess so. Move over here then to Serpentine, please. Oh, that's so close. Fine. So that's 1 move, and then we've got a tech to be delivered, which means I can claim this, and this goes here. Mission complete. We don't get to gather because, unfortunately, got booted off. Alright. Upgrade. Oh yeah, there he goes. +2 victory points for his homeworld destructions, and oh my gosh, he is making some solid points over there, I tell you what. Let's do some gathering, shall we? And then, I don't know what we're going to do with it, but, oh, we need a mission. C13, another exploration, so we're going over here if we want to. I think it's probably time for us to start building some things, but let's do a gather and then see what we've got. So we can gather, if we gather here, we'll get quantum, graphene, and tech. So that sounds pretty good. We'll have a lot of graphene, in fact, far too much. But we've done 1 gather, and then I think we can actually do another hive, can't we? Oh no, we can't. Oh, we need trade goods. That's unfortunate. Where do we get trade goods from? Here and here. Okay, fine. We'll try and get some trade goods then, I guess. Fine then. Part of me just wants to try and combat this guy just because he's being a jerk. I must have a 4. Yes, I do. Alright, let's see if we can do it. Just to give you an example too. So this is our hyperspace token. We cannot hit this dice further than the hyperspace token. In that case, he escapes and our attack is unsuccessful. We need him to roll down to pretty much like a... Well, it depends on what card he picks, I guess, so let's just do it. If we hit him, I suppose, that's the other question. Can I have 1 more try? I'm going to have 1 more try. My only combat. I've never done it before. I mean, I have, but not in this game. Okay. Actually, that's not bad. So I managed to stay on 6, +4. Now, depending on what he pulls, if it's less than a 2... Ooh, which one are we going to take it from? Now, it says to take it from anyone at random. So, I mean, I guess I'm just going to go left to right. I'll just do this. It's a 1. We have actually won. Okay. I didn't expect that. And I know I cheated a little bit because I did give myself a second try, but come on. He's going to go back here, and then I get this little combat one victory point for me. I did it. I did it, guys. Governor to Aurora. Well, you're just spreading your terrible message around the galaxy, aren't you? All right, what I need is I've landed on Meridia, so I don't need to move. I can just gather right now, and then I can gather and build, and that'll be perfect. I'm going to gather and build a hive. Perfect. I'm going to gather this. I'm going to have trade, graphene, another one, and some tech. And now I should be able to build. So that was a gather. Now I can build, and I can build I think another hive isn't a bad idea. I mean, I've got a lot of resources actually. Maybe it's not necessary. If I get up here, and if I go past here, this is my mothership can't be destroyed. That's 2 quantum. And I go up here, that's 4 tech. But if I get here and spend that, each of my hatcheries is worth 3 victory points. I haven't yet built any hatcheries, so I don't know if I'm going to get here to make it worth it. I might just build another hive because that's what I can build. And it saves me my quantum, which is my biggest combat, just in case I want to fight him again. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend a tech, a graphene, and this trade goods here. I'll spend this worst graphene here. And we'll put another hive down. Oh yeah, I said I wasn't going to be able to use a hive because I don't have anything to denote it with. Alright, I'm going to use this. That's my other hive. I don't know where that's gone. It must be upstairs or somewhere. It must have got lost in the shuffle. I'll have to go find it because that's pretty useful. So we've gathered and we've built, and that is good. We've now got 3 hives. So now if I were to gather from this guy, for example, I would get 1 of everything, and then I can just start building as much as I heckin' want. Destroy the asteroid field. Well, you've already done it, so you know what? Get lost, mate. You've already done it. You've already bloody done it. That's fine. That's a non-move for him, so that's okay with me. Now then, what do we do here? Do we have enough to build? No, we have to gather to build a hatchery, but I think that's what I'll do because it does get me some more points, doesn't it? I haven't really concentrated very much on my upgrades, to be honest, but I don't really mind that too much. So let's gather with him. You're going to gather me, and you're going to gather me some quantum, which is then going to give me some graphene, which is then going to give me some trade goods, which is then going to give me some technology. And I love you, you beautiful Surge. So in that case, when I go to build a hatchery, I'm going to spend this, and this. One of these graphenes here, whichever one's the worst. This one. And I can build this wherever I want. Well, obviously, within reason. I can build it here. I can build it here or here, because those are the places I have dice on. I haven't actually utilised this very much, have I? He's just been sitting there doing really nothing. I suppose I could attack with him, although he's only a 6, so I've already got a 6, so it's not that massive of a benefit. All right, well, let's build. We're going to build a hatchery. Well, these are little babies, little baby surges. I'm going to build him. I mean, we should start probably close to our home planet, but given that it says destroyed, I don't know if we've got any affinity to either place. So I suppose let's just build it out here, because it's in your backyard now. You can deal with it. AI, what have you got? Governor to Elazar. Oh, okay. You're getting all fancy, sending your governors around. Okay. For us, then, we need to gather again to build something else, but I think that might be what I do. I suppose I could try to attack him, but that's not really my thing. I can't move all my ships off the playmat. I suppose I could go for another sector, couldn't I? A26 actually is right here. So I could try and gain some more victory points that way. It's a bit more risky than building. I can build here and I can still build here. Yeah, I'm gonna carry on building. I mean, so this actually would, if I did the mission, it would end the game because I'd have no more mission cards, which actually might be a decent idea to stop him continually getting victory points. Maybe I should have thought about that before. But this is the type of games where you can end it early, or like when you get in a position where you can end the game, and that would be in your favor. But I always fail to do that because I'm always having a nice time. I did that when I was playing my sister at trains. She had like, I don't know what it was, but every time she took a turn, she gained like 5 victory points. But I was just like having a nice time building my train lines. So like I just kept on going when I could have just ended the game and probably won. This might be one of those things as well. Should I go and just explore and have it be done, or should I build one more thing? Honestly, I don't think I'm going to win anyway. So I'm going to build one more thing. Screw it. So I'm going to gather. What am I going to gather? I'm going to gather quantum and graph. I'm going to gather one of everything, aren't I? And then I'm going to then build a hatchery. And you know what? I can say that I did destroy, or at least bash, the Doricor mothership. So I feel okay about that too. Graphene, quantum, and goods. And we are going to build another hatchery. Got to get that right. And we're going to build it over here this time. There you go. Look at you. Probably, definitely should have. Oh yeah, there he goes. He's going to get some more victory points. How many is he going to get? 2. Yes, and that was the one I was going to do. You. Okay, yeah. Now I'm definitely gonna end the game, or at least, well, I suppose. Oh, look at that. We can go to Marmat. Where's that? Oh, right here. And deliver some graphene. Well, I've got plenty of that, so let's do that, and we'll end off. We'll round off the game, shall we? So, oh, I was like, how have I got this much graphene? No, wrong pile. I do have quite a lot. I've still got 3. All right, let's round off the game then. So I'm gonna finally use this little buggy guy. Oops, shouldn't have moved him. I'm gonna use this little buggy guy and get over to Marmat. Okay, get over to Marmat. Yes, that's what I said. And you're still bugged, by the way. And then I'm gonna deliver some graphene there. So you are completed, and that means it's game over. Now we've got to total up our victory points and see who the winner is. I'm pretty sure it's this guy, but we'll double check anyway. So let's go for him first. He's got 3, 6, 9, and then his governors are also worth 3 victory points. So that's 12. Oh my gosh, 15, 18, 23. Oh my goodness. All right, and then 24, 25. 26. He's got 26 victory points. I probably should not have let him get through the entire deck because, yeah, those weren't going to get him anything anyway. 26. Can we remember that? Probably. I'll do this. I'll put him 26. That's easy. He's got 26 and we have got not as many. So we're going to score 2 for each of our hives and our hatcheries. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then 12, 14, 16, 17. Oh, and I did win this, so that's 19. Good. Remember that. 21, 23, 25, 27. We've actually done it. I don't believe it. Hang on, let me just... So is that attack the difference? We've done it. The Dominion of Doricor has been destroyed. Fantastic. Only by 1 point. I'm glad, actually. Then I ended it when I did. Well, actually, no, we already said they wouldn't have got any points from that. But I'm glad I managed to punch him in the mouth and get myself an extra victory point. Fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I love dexterity games just as in general. I do like how expansive they are. The dice flicking isn't a massive part of this, as you've seen. And I do tend to go easy on myself when I'm like, you know, if I like really just like... then, you know, I mean, I will take another go. So, I mean, I guess that's a bit cheating, but it's a solo game, so you can cheat if you want, and, you know, I don't feel bad about it. Yeah, I love dexterity games, just the base. I mean, I grew up playing Subbuteo, and when I say grew up, I mean, I never grew up, and I still love Subbuteo. So, this definitely scratches that itch. I love the 4X part to it too. I mean, it's really cool. Obviously, like, different factions have different abilities, so some are much more aggressive. These are, you know, the Surge is really more about expanding. But there's a few, I know there's a few others that are definitely more aggressive, more about attacking, more about you know, trying to exploit more. So there's lots of different ways you can play this, and obviously that's the benefit of a 4X game. Within this box, there's also a couple of expansions. So there's bandits you can add. There's lots of different factions you can play with. Obviously, it plays with more than one person, of course. And yeah, what a great game. I've had a really nice time every time I've played it, so definitely recommend, check it out. It's a cool little game, and these neoprene mats are awesome. I'm probably going to play Star Realms on these next time I break out Star Realms, because on this galaxiness, definitely will look great. That is going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. Hope you've enjoyed, and if you have, please do drop a like. Consider subscribing if you want to see more board game content, solo board game content. It will be coming your way very shortly. So yeah, subscribe, hit the bell, you'll get told about my new videos, and And yeah, that will be it from me. And until next time, I will see you later.